I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful to EduFarm International, especially to Dr. Haleema Sadia, Fatima ma'am, well-known speaker, as well as Engineer Rahul sir. Thanks for giving the opportunity to me. First of all, I beg a pardon or sorry. Today my laptop is fell down, so I'm not able to do the processing. What is the background related? So, Madam said very well. Rahul sir said very well. See, critical thinking. See, when we want to say something differently, because I had been visited many countries, and let's see the practical things. What Madam told. When we are teaching anything, it should be practiced with practicals. Like for example, when we are talking of the water, first of all, we show the water to the students. What is the color of the water and what is its formula? Definitely, out of 10, 1 or 2 may tell you correctly. So we have to, what Madam said, we have to go with the deep. Today, the common sense and moral values is getting down because most of the people are engaged with their work. Like what Engineer Rahul sir said, we are running after the money. Mostly 90% are going after the money. So husband, wife, both are working. Then what happened to the children? So there we have to think, we just fulfill whatever their wishes are there for our children. So they go to the mobile, they go updation of the mobile, and they are getting away from the critical thinking. So that's why what I wanted to tell you, you take the example of our Abdul Kalam. There are many leaders, I don't want to mention it. Whatever we want to do, it should be very practical based. He wanted to join defense. It may be in the form of army, air force, or navy. And he was not selected. And what happened at the finally? He became the chief of the defense, army, air force, navy in India. He became the chief. So he never give up what the thoughts he have. See, there are two types of leader. One is the born leaders and one are the self-made leaders. When we are talking of this, we have to make sure whatever the things we are doing it should be in the practical formation. When the practical formation is there, definitely we will do it better and very nicely. As you know that today world is going with so many problems. There are some wars are going on. Some people are they are become so much ridiculous to kill each other. But the life is only once. In the life, we have to do the better and the best, so that our generations, the generation which are coming, they should understand. That's why we are running with the history. If the history we don't read, then what is the use? As Dr. Halima ma'am already explained, that practical thinking with the reasonable ability, that is going down. When we give the mathematics and we tell to calculate these things, we will use the calculator. Mobile phone is very easy to do the calculations of the things. No, it is not like that. We have to go to the base root of the child, where the child is lacking. We must understand critical thinking gives a lot of our mind setup to be changed. Take the example of Adolf Hitler. He was a very you can just say he was in a very down positions, uh, and later he became the chief of the Germany. Although he was not from the Germany, there are many leaders who think positively. So first of all, our thinking should be very positive. We should be optimistic. If you are not optimistic, then definitely whatever the things our opponent are doing, our neighbors are doing, we are thinking of that. They got a new car, why we cannot get it? Then our mind gets become in a different directions, do something wrong. So the thing is very clear. Whatever the level we are, we have to go with the base route. As again I repeat, common sense and moral values, day by day is getting down. Especially, I'm not giving any example of other countries, but I give my example of our countries. Earlier when we were the child, we used to listen to the our teachers, our principals, what they are saying it, and we used to have very eco-friendly. Nowadays, we cannot beat the child. When we are not beating the child is ready to argue for anything. So critical thinking is when we give different types of topics as well as different homework, definitely the child mind will be set up. It is very easy to call the parents to come up for the child to think of what they want to be. In India, most of the people, they think that my child should be a doctor or engineer. But we have to go to the mental ability of the child. What is the mentality of the child we have to think of? Like we have to take the example of Japan, the only, you can say, the developed country, and coming up the Singapore. After the standard 7, they will take the test with the parents that what the child wants to be. So they study only one subject. So when they study one subject with English, they become more energetic in that field and more knowledgeable. A person in Japan, a boy, a girl thinks that, okay, I'm very good to become a player. So that child from standard 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 only will go with that, the basic, and will go with the playing. Same with the biology. But what happened? We are going with the so many things in the standard 10 and 12. Then we decide what we want to be. So wastage of 5 hours goes in. So my proposal related in NAP, National Education Policy in India, related the grading system was most affected. In the 1999 and 2000, there were a lot of suicide cases because they are not able to score. Then 15 panel members, they give their views, and now you can see the grading system have started. We give the grade A1, 90% over. So critical thinking is also there because psychologically we have to think of the students, what is their mental ability. The mental ability, 10% of the children today is very, very good. 90% they are just coming up as a dummy. So I don't want to use any type of words, but I want to give the example of so many people who have been in this. I've given 2 examples. So when we are talking of any person, we have to think of his level and we have to make him the level to come on that. Like you are doing EduFarm, I heard Madam Fatima told so many things you are doing it. So why not each child having his own caliber, own intelligence? We have to divert that child into that delivery so that they can understand that, yes, I can be a sports player, I can be a noble profession, I can be this. That thinking is has to be changed. Common sense, again, I told you, it is the humble request to the parents to think of their child, what they want to be, that should be given the marks to them. Again, I tell you, there is a lot of difference between the born leaders and the self-made leaders. Born leaders maybe have been being God gifted, but self-made leaders, they need to be do lot of things to make the universe a very resource thing to understand. Because you see, when we talk of social, the earth is rotating and we are not, we are also rotating. But that example you have to see from the helicopter. When you stay in the helicopter, then you can see the earth is rotating or revolving slowly, slowly, slowly. So I don't take much time. Once again, I'm sorry, I'm not able to do the as requirement the things. The thinking of practical knowledge is very much necessity in today's world. If you do more practice for anything, definitely it will come. Bookish language may not work. For example, I'm taking this pen. So we have to ask the child, tell me what you know about this pen. The child may tell about the cost of the pen, the color of the pen, what is the use of the pen. Critical thinking needs those type of things. We have to go more practical in all the versions of the life, because again, I repeat, every child is important to our society, to the our in the world. So when you see the China, a pregnant woman, we will not look at that pregnant woman. We will bend our head and we will pass through that. So there are small things, small examples which are make things there. See, by backside in the showcase, there is one ostrich egg. So we have to give the question like that. In the ostrich egg, how many hens egg can come up? Calculation of the maths can be also be made that. Uh, I will come with the conclusion because time is already. I wanted to tell so many things, and I'm very thankful to EduFarm International, to Dr. Haleema ma'am, Engineer Rahul sir, and Fatima ma'am. Uh, you are doing wonderful work. It is my first time to come with you, and I want to give a hats off to you, ex-army, also captain from Indian Army, and I'm doing a lot of things for the children to come up with their life according to their thinking. So we have to make the critical thinking to come up in a very positive way, in a very optimistic way. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was really a very motivational, very insightful, and you are from the army background that you have just now told me. Thank you very much, Dr. Bidyut Sahaji. You are wonderful. Your speech was really wonderful. Thank you very much for coming to EduFam. Over to you, Zoena.
Dr. Bidyut Saha for inspiring speech and valuable insights. Your dedication to enriching students' lives and your commendable efforts in uplifting underprivileged girls and promoting a healthy lifestyle are truly commendable. Your presence has enriched our platform, and we are grateful for the wisdom you have shared. Right.